Hello and welcome to the regular season finale edition of the Drew Roff Show alongside Purdue Soccer head coach Drew Roff. I'm the team's communications director, Charlie Healy. Drew, coming off a pair of draws on the road at Iowa and at Indiana, what were your thoughts overall from those two games?
Well, two hard-fought games on the road. I think, the most challenging one probably was the Iowa one, just simple fact that we were up 2-0 at half, so that one felt like, we definitely should have, got more out of that one. But, it's not easy playing on the road in the Big Ten, and, I liked our team's fight. Even giving up those two in the second half, we hung in there and created some chances, almost won it. And then IU, we had to come back, I think aside from a brief 15-minute stretch, I thought we played well at times, but there was a 15-minute stretch where IU, got a lot of momentum, scored a couple goals, and put us behind it. But fortunately, came through a lot of restart goals on that one. So just not much to the run of play, but we battled hard, and unfortunately, it's become a common thing. It's just getting really close, but not quite getting over that hump. So, but really good effort. Had some really good moments, some creative goals, some really nice goals. Budish's goal at Iowa, nice little set piece goal. And just showed a lot of grit, a lot of fight. So there was some encouraging signs and some good moments.
Looking back at that Indiana game on Sunday, you're up 1-0, then they score two quick goals to take a 2-1 lead. Then in the second half, you're able to come back to tie it. Is that type of resiliency, is that something you like to see from such a young group here?
Absolutely. Sometimes, in the Big Ten, you want to play pretty soccer and you want to connect passes and you want to have some, great combination play in the final third. There's a lot of things that we like, but sometimes you just have to step up to the physical challenge. IU was going a bit direct and, looking for that second ball, and they created some problems, overloading one side, putting balls in the corner and getting corner kicks out of that, and sometimes that can be a real handful to deal with. So I like the fact that we battled. We won headers, we won second balls, and got stuck in some tackles, and just said, hey, let's maybe we're not playing our best, maybe we're not as sharp as we'd like to be, but that doesn't mean we can't get out of here without a point. And I like that fight. I like that resilience. And this team has showed a lot of that over the last couple of weeks. Yeah,
absolutely. Great to see that, not only on Sunday, but as you said, the last couple of weeks. Sydney Duarte, a goal and assisted on the first goal, and then scored the second, the game-tying goal. Her first career 3-goal match, a fifth-year senior, kept the Golden Boot trophy all 5 years. What do you have to say about her, such a strong finish to her career here?
Well, I was happy to see that, because, being a fifth-year senior, with the position we are in the table right now, you can see, some players just kind of, riding out the last couple games, but she continues to fight. She wants to get the most out of her, every single game, and, she's proud to wear that uniform, and she gives everything she has. So I was really happy for her, but, just thinking after that match, you just think about, what is a Boilermakers soccer player all about, and, Sydney Duarte is a fantastic representation of that, just on and off the field. Just couldn't ask for just a better teammate, or people don't work as hard as Sydney typically does, just because she just has that good character, that winning mindset. So great to see her rewarded for that, but she's been a tremendous representative of our program, and just she's already a registered nurse. She's already passed her board, so that's somebody that I have tremendous respect for, and we'll miss her, but she's going to go out and she's going to do great things in the world.
Absolutely. I was going to say too, fantastic representative of our program, and as you said, the first 4 years playing soccer and taking on that load while also earning her nursing degree. That's very impressive indeed, and certainly someone who will be missed, along with all of our other 4-year seniors. But Sydney Duarte, great 5 years with 2 games to go. Speaking of those 2 games, first up at Minnesota on Thursday, and then at home against Maryland, 2 p.m. on Sunday at Folk Field. What are you hoping to see from these final 2 games of the season?
Just a strong finish. Minnesota traditionally has been a difficult place to go up and get a result. No matter who you are, that's just a tough place to play. So once again, it'll test our resilience, our mental toughness, and we want to put together 2 really good halves. I think these last few games we've had really good sequences, really good stretches, but there's maybe still 10, 15 minutes, that we'd like to have back. So we want to put together two really good halves, be disciplined, play hard, and create some good chances and enjoy our soccer. So that's the goal, and we want to go for 6 points, and we want to finish strong, and we want to go out in a winning way for those players that will not be back, and for the many young players that we have returning, we want to get some momentum going and some things that we can certainly take into the off season with some momentum. So big test for us, but we'll be ready, and we're excited for the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. Lot still to play for in terms of this team getting better and working towards the future, while also sending our seniors out in the right way. Two of our underclassmen coming up next on the show: Gracie Dunaway and Sydney Boudreau, two sophomores. First, Gracie leads the team with 6 goals. Just been such a spark throughout her entire career here. What do you like about what she's provided?
Well, I think Gracie's really improved tremendously over the past year. When she came in as an outside back and had a lot to learn. And I think tactically she's made some tremendous strides. Physically she's one of our most athletic players. So she has kind of changed from being a lot of potential to production, and that's what you really look for in a player making that jump from freshman to sophomore year. So she's been one of our most dangerous players, and she's been one of our most consistent players. And moving forward, I look for her to continue to make strides and also take on more of a leadership role within this program.
And then Sydney Boudreau, one of those sparks off the bench, providing that extra jolt late in the half.
Yeah, Sydney has a tremendous work rate, work ethic. She's very fit, and she's quick, and she can get past players and create some problems for the defense, which is something that we really need. But once again, a tremendous work rate on the field. That her workload per minute is going to be as high as anyone on the pitch, and that's what you're looking for when you bring in reserves off the bench. Is you look for that spark, you look for them to bring the energy levels up, and Sydney Boudreau does a fantastic job with that. Yeah,
absolutely. Looking forward to hearing from them momentarily. Until then, Drew, we will see you Thursday in Minneapolis and Sunday at Folk Field. One last road game, so go pack your suitcase, and we'll see you tomorrow morning on the bus.
Sounds great, Charlie. Thanks,
Drew. Welcome back. We are now joined by sophomore forwards Sydney Boudreau and Gracie Dunaway. Sydney, we'll start with you. What have you learned about yourself and the team this year?
This year, I think, has been really important for our whole team, learning about the importance of consistency and just being able to really get out there every game and work hard no matter what's going on, and just staying strong and keeping going through the whole season no matter what. And I think it's been really important, just being a young team, to learn that consistency is so important and that we just need to persevere.
And Gracie, you're, as a sophomore, you are one of those consistent young players. You played every game as a freshman, back here playing every game as a sophomore. It's that experience, even just as a sophomore, has paid off. You lead the team with 6 goals and 14 total points. Mm-hmm. What's been different for you, or what have you learned about yourself here in year 2?
Sort of to go off the consistency part, I think I've learned just having that consistency really helps, obviously, in the run of play and just moving forward each game. And I've learned, this year hasn't been quite the year that maybe we've wanted, but, if you always put in that effort, even if the skill isn't there, at least you can say you had that effort in it. I mean, I think that really helps moving forward just with the development with the team and myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things that impresses me about the team as a whole, but you two in particular, that you guys come into every day, whether it's training or a game, it was such a positive attitude and that willingness to learn and get better every day. So maybe where does that come from? Is that something that you had to learn, or is that something you've always had from the start? Gracie, we can start with you.
I think it just comes from just experience just through the game, and I think last year we had such great role models that they held themselves at such a high standard, and I think we learned so much from that because, when they held themselves up to that standard, it made you want to do better for them and for yourself, and I think that really helped us moving forward into this year.
And Sydney, how about you? You're consistently coming off the bench, providing that spark at the forward position late in the halves, but you're one of those always giving it 110% when you're on the field and even off the field. Is that easy for you to bring in every day, or is that something you've had to work on?
Yeah, I definitely think that's something that is just, as a player coming off the bench, that's your role. You need to be able to go in and you need to be able to keep that energy high and keep the team going. Even when the starters are taking a break, you need to bring it in and you need to give all you got, because you might only have 5 minutes, you might have 10 minutes, but you really just got to keep that level high. And so I think that's something that just goes for that role on the team. And it's something that I have learned here, because that's something that has been part of my journey. And I think that it's been really big, as just my energy that I can put in is the biggest thing I can contribute.
Absolutely. Let's shift to a little off the field fun. Halloween's coming up. I know you guys have been talking about it just as a group going to a haunted house. You guys did that last year. Sydney, what do you remember most about that experience last year?
Well, last year we had a little group go to a haunted house, and I think that some people liked it a little bit more than others, and some people didn't like the clowns. But we had a lot of fun, and even though it was pretty scary, yeah.
Were you one of those who didn't like the clowns?
No, I was actually shoved in first
Okay.
to go first in the haunted house, Megan. And then we also had another teammate who we encouraged the entertainment clown, who was not there for scaring purposes, to scare her in the parking lot.
To scare Megan?
No,
No.
Sydney.
Oh, Sydney, okay.
The other
Chased after
Sydney.
her in the
Yeah,
parking lot.
Okay. I'm not surprised Megan was the one who
Shoved me into the,
it's totally out of character for Megan Hutchinson to do that. Absolutely. Gracie, you looking forward to going back this year with some of your friends?
Yeah, it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good, team bonding experience.
Awesome. Well, good. Hope you guys have a good time. Don't get too scared, or
Yeah.
We'll try.
Do your best. Take care of your teammates who aren't a fan of clowns.
Yeah, okay.
Some other things do want to ask you, Gracie.
Oh gosh.
You know how to unicycle.
I do. My so random, but for my 8th birthday, my grandma just out of the blue bought me a unicycle. I hadn't asked for it, or even I don't even think I really knew what a unicycle was, but she got me one, and then I was determined to learn how to ride it since she spent money on it. So every day I'd be I started out in my basement before it was finished, just trying to balance on it, and then I eventually got it moved it outside where I have a little slant on my driveway, so I'd hold onto the car and literally just slide down without pedaling, and then I eventually got better and better each day, and then I was able to do circles around the cul-de-sac. So I don't know if I could still do it today, but I could try.
We might have to be an off-season
Yeah.
video when you get back home.
Yeah.
We'll ask you to. Do you still? Is it still the same unicycle that when you were 8?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think my dad threw it away last year. He was cleaning out the
Oh.
garage, so I'm gonna have to go buy a new one, a
That's-
bigger one, because this one
yes.
was a little smaller because I was little. But
You've probably grown since you were 8.
maybe not
Little
really at
bit.
all.
Not really?
Actually,
Okay.
maybe an inch.
Well, so, all right. Well, we look forward to seeing you try it again. Don't hurt anything
Yeah,
or something.
try not
yeah.
to.
Good luck. Sydney, you hopefully a little less dangerous activity, though. You like to crochet.
I would definitely say less dangerous.
Where did that get started?
I actually started crocheting over quarantine. I taught myself how to crochet. Actually also goes back to my grandma. She left some old crocheting stuff in my basement, and so my mom also had some stuff down there, and I found it during quarantine and taught myself, and now I crochet all sorts of stuff. I recently made a blanket.
How big was that?
It's a big blanket.
Big blanket?
Yeah.
What's been your favorite thing that you've crocheted so far? In your
What
Two and a half.
little hat for Sydney's
Oh, yeah, that's actually probably one of my favorites. It
That
was
was
very
cute.
random. My roommate, Sydney Hunt, I crocheted a little snow hat for her stuffed animal dog.
nice.
named Wendy.
The
love
hat
Wendy.
or the stuffed animal
No,
dog?
the stuffed animal
Okay,
dog.
all right,
It's
good.
a Webkins.
It's her
I
first
think, right?
Webkins.
Right? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Gracie, have you ever crocheted?
Oh
You-
no.
you
I wouldn't have the
tried?
patience for that. Yeah, she's really good at it. I could not do it.
It's
at
my
all.
stress relieving activity from schoolwork.
That's good. That's important. It's important to have something like that.
Yeah.
Sydney, have you ever tried a unicycle?
No.
No? Do you want to?
No, but I have seen quite a few people on campus riding unicycles.
Right.
Yeah, that one guy I
have-
see all the time. He's high up there though.
I've seen a few different ones lately, and I've been wondering if they're coming back, Maybe you should get
Yeah,
yours
I
out.
think I should ride it to class instead of my
Bike.
two. two-wheel bicycle.
Well, if you're buying a new unicycle, this is your opportunity to buy the 6-foot-high one,
Yeah.
or one of those big ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, be the talk of the town.
yeah. I'll ask my mom to put it on my Christmas list.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you Thursday in Minneapolis, with or without the crocheting needles, and we know it will be without the unicycle. But hopefully, that will be an off-season appearance, or maybe next year next time we head to Penn State, a little closer home for you.
Yep.
But until then, we'll see you Thursday, and thanks for joining us today.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice job, Dave.
I think that
Sweet.
next time we should have you ride the unicycle
I
up
know.
and down right in front of